I was very strict with oxygen. And I don't give a problem. If people don't, let's say people don't believe in what I'm saying, I'm not worried. Not worried. Because I know I'm going on a long journey with these people. With oxygen, we have managed to create a tool which Cardano loves. The name of the tool is called CoxyLeap. Let me show you this. You might have heard CoxyLeap, and ask yourself, what is this CoxyLeap? CoxyLeap is a library. It's like a tool, software tool, to automate Cardano smart contract development, because we are targeting Cardano developers globally. Now, I want to show you one thing. CoxyLeap is the tool that I have used to build up this property tokenization. Everything you see here is running on Cardano blockchain in a way never anyone ever thought about that. And this is what Cardano loves most. You see that? They love this, to see this. I say, hey, these guys, look at what they've done with our technology. We have taken their technology, which was Helios. Okay, it was too difficult, unusable. I have worked on it with the Oxygen students, refined it. Then we created, we sort of upgraded and created a library out of it that makes working easy and nice. Okay, then now we have created this. This is more like a demo website built from Oxygen. If you see here, people can buy shares on this property without signing up their names, their email, whoever. Might say, no, that is not possible. But this technology makes it possible. Because all what it does, if I can show you on the listed tokens, these are the tokens that are being resold. Look here. Here is a house. It has got one share left for me to buy. And this is the property ID from the property registry. And this is the Cardano, what we call policy ID. On the blockchain, you will find it using this. And if you are doubting that maybe this is a fake picture, I'm going to lose my money, you are not going to lose your money when you buy this. When you buy this, you lose your money here on Ether. Let's say I lose 2 Ether here. But what happens? I want you to see when I buy what happens here. This thing is decentralized. It will bring in a lot. Look at this. I am buying a share. You see, I'm going to pay 153 Ether, and I'm going to receive a share certificate of that property here. And it is on chain, meaning it can never be changed, can never be reversed, can never be deleted. You see, it's done now. Now, here is the, what you call a transaction. This is the transaction. So now, you see that, now I want you to see one thing. You say, but I bought this thing, I didn't give my name, I didn't give my bank details or my whatever. It is on my wallet. So when you come now to the wallet, check, there it is now. Now it's just like a share certificate. The difference is the share certificates for companies is on a centralized bank that is trading on a whatever platform. And that centralized is speculative. It's not based on what we call it, real estate. This one is based on real estate. And then if I check here now, under these, what we call it, tokens, under tokens here, you see now I have got this token. There it is. You can even view all, see the details. But now a person might say, but how do you know this is the original token? Right, we have got two ways. You can go to the activity and you open this transaction. You see this transaction ID on your wallet. It will take you straight to the Cardano blockchain. Now, here is this certificate on the Cardano blockchain. There it is, PID 71 share FT1. It's one. I've got one. And then you can see the data on it. There it is. You can see there it is. I bought it 152. I want to show you something very interesting. After some time, I might realize that no. Do you see now? I bought it, is no longer there. It was only that share certificate for that property that was here. I bought it. It's only me now who is owning it. But the owner received 152 ADA direct. So if we go and trace using here, we go back and trace, you are going to see that the 152, it went to this address. You see now, this person is 250. So this address received 150. You can check on the transactions there. There it is. You will see this person received, you see this green 152 ADA. He received this and lost one NFT. So he lost this. And then what did he receive? He received 152. So the seller of the share received the money, which is 152 ADA. You can change that and see how many cities it is. And then the buyer now has got a what? Has got a certificate which we call Cardano token. Now, later on, property appreciates, then you realize, no, my token is now worth more than 152. I want to resell this maybe at 200 ADA. Maybe it's in demand, like it's no longer there, it's in demand. So now I want to resell it. You come back to the property here, and then you click here, resell tokens that you own. Do you see? There it comes out. I have it there. By just clicking here, with my wallet, you see, my wallet has got this token here. Then immediately it shows me here that I can resell this. Good for me. Then I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to sell this one, but this time I'm going to sell it 200 ADA. Sell this share. You see here, sell one property token at 200 ADA. Are you sure you want to sell one token? Yes, that's exactly that I want to do. Then what basically happens now, this will go through the process of reselling that token that I got. If it doesn't pop up any other messages, it means there was an error. That is what we are doing now. We are fixing these errors. Yeah, you see here, this error. That is why we technical developers, we understand this thing. It says there's a mix of big int and other types. Explicit versions here. See here, under 1377 in this file, coxylib. This is the coxylib. We go to that 1377. And then we fix the error. You see here what they are saying. We need to make this the same, big int. I want you to see, I'm going to resell this using how much? For 200 ADA. And someone, because it's a big market now, it's an international market that is buying property-based shares using a decentralized platform. Let's go back and sell it again so that you see this thing happening. Right, I'm going to sell it again because I fixed that error. This time I said I'm going to sell it for 200. sell share tokens. These are the skills, John, I
Yeah.
am impacting to these students.
Yes.
They are valuable skills. If they don't see it, no problem. Remember, John, later
Yeah.
on, we are going to be consulting. Even you yourself, you can consult with the government and say, you know what, we have got this technology that is immutable. You have a meeting now. Okay. Right, just a second, John.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
So I think for
So,
me, the thing,
all right, let me give you a chance to talk. Meanwhile, let me resell this. You will see one advantage. It means the type of shares I'm holding with this platform are liquid. You can get them and resell them anytime in a decentralized way. Number two, the market is big.
yes.
When you own property shares, it's always appreciating. So that is the most important thing. Do you see this? All done. Perfect. Now I've got a new transaction here, which you can see here. Uh, this is, even if you forget these transactions, they are there on your wallet. When you go to your wallet and click, do you see now that share that I had is gone? It is
Yeah.
now the listed tokens there. If you wait, do you see it's relisted now? But
Yeah.
this time it is relisted with a 200 Ether price, which means somebody who can come in and say that I want to buy this thing here is going to be paying more if this thing is running without any error. So, okay, if there are errors there, then I need to fix those. That is what I'm currently doing there. But you can see what I'm telling you. This is the technology of the future. We are the developers and owners of this technology. So we are marketing these skills at all organizations. We will develop it for governments, for organizations, for companies, for corporates, and we are going to be impacting these skills to the students for free because it's a catalyst funded project.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, now
yeah.
talk, John. Sorry, I was
No,
explaining a lot.
yeah, I was just listening because one thing that keeps me going with you is I'm not practical in terms of the IT side, but when you talk about idea creativity and innovations, I can tell you that there are so many incubation ideas and innovations I've created in the last couple of years to people both in corporate and in government. Um, it's because I've not dedicated myself fully into the IT side like that in terms of the kind of programming and the languages I needed to work with because of time factor. Yeah, but in terms of ideas, to conceive ideas, to push it to the developer to create something platform around it, that one I can tell you that's the most reason why that I always realize that we all have a like-minded ideas for Africa and the global front. I was telling you when you were showing me this property thing, I was telling you they just before the government, before the election, because I foresee that there is a need for housing solution and habitat solution in Africa, even globally, not even Africa alone. It's a global problem. People should, human
Yes.
beings, dignified homes to stay and build a family. So I opened the company just 2 months ago, and so when you brought this whole thing, I was asking myself, like, serious, like, were you thinking about what I was also thinking about? And I wasn't going to any kind of housing. I was going for sustainable housing projects,
Yes,
sustainable, sustainable habitat. Okay, now how do the people acquire some of these things? I was two young people from the University of Ghana. They were posted to do national service, and they approached me that they were looking for accommodation. This accommodation, this housing, and this accommodation thing is becoming a dance problem in the city. Agents, renters, they take people's money, they don't rent the house for them. The people, even there are people I send outside, they go outside and they look at the room the house they are paid for in Ghana by before they got there. They realize there is nothing to write home about. How do we use technology to solve some of this problem? So as I'm speaking to you, I'm moving to a state to develop a whole platform for the government to regulate land, to regulate property owners, for them also to be able to pay tax to the government, and also for the clients who are the people who rent these buildings to be safe.
yes,
So there is a lot of things that for me I feel like going forward we can really work and solve African problem solving. How do we solve it? If I generate the idea, you have the technological know-how to back with technology, we move forward. That is it. That,
definitely. John, let me tell you one thing. The future is in our hands. We
oh yeah.
either make it work and then get out of poverty,
Hmm.
or we lose the opportunity. There is
Sure.
nothing in between.
No.
There is nothing in between. I'm telling you. And I like the very fact that you see, for now, you are so passionate about technology, even with the, what you call it, with the new coming government. They
Yeah.
solve the problems of Ghana if, number one, they copy what is happening internationally. Japan was bombed, was the worst and poorest country, but because they opened up for investments. Number two,
Yeah.
education in IT.
Yeah.
You don't need education that will replicate
Yeah.
uh, what others are doing very well. We are
Yeah.
not going to be competitive there. But when you embrace new skills like IT, one thing I like about IT, it equalizes opportunities.
Hmm.
Do you know somebody who is dropping into IT today like Mary? All of it suddenly is so important in the South and Central Africa. Why? Because she just acquired it over 4 or 5 months. So those are the opportunities me and you must strongly
Yeah.
never miss. And look now, you are one of the people I co-founded companies with.
Yeah.
Australia, they never believed in me.
Yeah.
But look now where WIMS is.
Oh yes.
Where they are not even talking. They are a little bit surprised. I don't know what they are thinking. I've written several letters to say, you know what, I've taken WIMS to the world. It is trending now. But
Yeah.
now, what about APL Tech, that Australian company we have? I have no idea what they have in mind. So what I'm going to do, because that is an Australian company that I love, am I
Mm.
going to initiate buying them out?
Yeah.
Yes. Then I'll say, all right, you guys, I want to buy you out. And then we get lawyers, then I become the sole owner of that company.
Do we still
Uh,
have do we
yeah.
do we still have anything with the Australian company again?
Come again.
Do we still have something to do with the Australian company again? I think both of us agree not to continue with their contracts.
Yes, but remember that company is a registered company paying tax. Everything has been done there. The only thing is there's nothing material working there. And I propose to them what I am proposing to you. Let's get in university students, give them the skills, then they must work on these companies.
Okay.
Because you need skilled IT people to develop IT, blockchain, apps, whatever.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh
Yes.
yes. Oh yes. Oh
I
yes.
like that national service for your country, but I don't know how the government is doing it. Is it paying those that are
Yeah,
absorbing students?
he pays them. The government pays them for 1 year, and they take almost let's say almost about $50 a month.
Each student earns $50 a month
Yes.
for
Yeah,
each
50,
student.
50, let's say from $70 to $100 a month. Yeah.
70 to $100 a month.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Uh, right, let's say $50 to $70.
Mm.
Right. Even here in South Africa, we have something similar. Let me check the prices. I think the prices are the same. I'm not lying. It's the same, exactly the same. We call it a stipend here,
Yeah, it's a typing. They don't tax it. It's untaxable.
context a stipend. Yeah, here the government for graduates depends on where. Here is not a government policy. It is not nationalizing the entire youth. No, there's no national service here. But what they do, they are employing these graduates on government services everywhere.
Mm.
Uh, they give them this stipend. They give them something up to 3,000. Here it's around $160 minimum. Some even go up to 5,000. They say 5,000 stipend. But what will be happening here? A graduate will be more like working as a junior, but being trained for 1 year.
Yeah.
He's going to be receiving that in runs, something like sometimes depend on some good companies 5,000. The minimum I think is 4,000 or 3,500. It's called a stipend, something like a stipend. Yours because it's a government expenditure. That is
Mm-hmm.
why it's down to $50. Here it is different organization, companies. You see them, they are sent to you. And
Yeah.
remember, as a company, the government sometimes pays the companies.
Mm-hmm.
Double, for example, if it pays the student this amount, then it pays the company that he has put the students this amount.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is this amount will go to the salary of the students straight from the government, and the other one will get into the company because you'll be providing also some type of material and what you call it, tutorials, whatever. Now, the government programs are weak
Mm-hmm.
because of apathy. You know, apathy. The moment
Yeah.
somebody is on a government, he knows every month he's gonna get whatever he's gonna get. They don't work, they just sit.
Mm-hmm.
Then apathy, slow, whatever. That is why private companies like WIMS, like us, we are
Mm-hmm.
productivity driven. We are
Yeah.
customer driven. So, as anyone, whether student or what, who is not productive, who is not serious, we just don't entertain. We move with those that are serious. That's why you see our numbers they are big in the beginning, They shrink down to a smaller number. But those that survive are the ones that make your company grow, are the ones that you'll employ and give jobs.
Yeah.
Yes. Remember, Celiwe, I was given Celiwe, this one who is the CEO of WIMS now. I was
Yeah.
given Celiwe by a university of UNISA.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing honors research. So she was researching on blockchain. And the professor said, "You don't know anything about blockchain. Can you get this student, work with her?" 4 years, she graduated now in Master of IT. She
Yeah.
has masters in IT now. Maybe she is going for doctorate. Now you can see she's full-time on WIMS, full-time, everywhere. That is why I say, whenever anyone, whoever you get, just say, anyway, I need you to work with this one here on that. And I don't want Teliwe alone. Now, if we get others who are also hardworking, we just give them the opportunities to join and benefit from that. How do we benefit? The way, John, you benefit, you are not going to see it. Number one, you get a contract for apps. That contract will pay direct into your account.
Mm-hmm.
You will pay the rest. But you wouldn't get that contract without human resources, without developers. So this benefits you, benefits the students, benefits Cardano, benefits the government.
Mm.
It's a win-win-win-win.
Mm.
But it comes with a sacrifice on everybody.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. I get it.
Yes.
So now with these students, how do we um, how do we handle them?
No, the students, they are going to be on the program of what you call it, Cardano Smart Contract Development. I will be developing the, what you call it, actually, I'm not going to develop because, Cardano Smart Contract Development, Haskell
Mm.
is difficult. I'm going to take up material from Cardano academies like IOG, Emugo, and then Foundation, and then consolidate that, simplify it, and then
Mhm.
mix it with my Coxylib, because this part I know because I developed it. But the core, remember, want these people to be core Cardano engineers. And when they
Mhm.
manage, it needs a lot of time, 3 years. But remember, for us, we need to give them at least a strong foundation. And remember, if we do it very well, when we go to Fund 14, we might get 2 or 3 more catalyst projects funded. They don't vote for projects which they see that
Mm.
these projects are useless. I can give you an example, like, for example, the Coxylib. The Coxylib received 116 million Cardano votes.
Okay.
You can see what it produced, this property application. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of developers in Cardano, they liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the benefit going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is the benefit you will see going forward.
Yeah. So the cost slip, was he also funded? Not yet.
The Coxlip wasn't funded. 116 there was no funds, but it was one of the top 60.
So we can repackage it and present it back again.
Yes.
Yeah.
What I need, this is where for the Coxy right now, I've produced this app. What you can do, you are dealing with property in Ghana.
Yeah.
You are linked to other property, what you call it, sellers, government, whoever is there.
Yeah.
Let us show them this. Talk to them. Hear what they say. You are going to be surprised. Some of them already know about this tokenization.
Yeah.
Some of them already know about it from other blockchains. And then we bring them on board, and then we pilot it. And then when we are piloting it as a concept, because remember, it's going to help all property people who are selling property, because now you are bringing liquidity to the industry that has no liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because now any property now can be bought by anyone anywhere in fractions. Actually, in Australia, they are already doing that. So which means there are some properties people who can fractionalize and tokenize and make quick bucks than auctioning. Do you know this brings better money than auctioning property?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a fact. This brings liquidity even to people who have property, because my property is there, but it's not liquid. How do I quickly get cash out of it? How? Only way is how borrow against it from the bank. That is the only way you have. But what about now? You have a second option. You allow the public to own certain fractions of your property, and then you get that cash you need.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, it needs piloting and bringing in some of these property people, hearing them, we discuss. This, you were selling property in Ghana. I remember sometime I saw a lot of adverts. We are dealing with property a lot. So we can do that. But here I'm opening up another wealthy for you and your companies. Because this technology, let's suppose they adopt it and they are using it, and they out of it, they are going to benefit big. We are going to agree, okay, for everyone who is going to pilot this, and then how much you get. We need first to sit down, bring into a meeting, and they look at it, they see the concept of it, bring in their ideas. Because
We need
remember,
to,
yes, go ahead.
we need to brainstorm about it.
Yes, that one is very, 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 very important.
Yeah, we need to brainstorm about it to see the way forward on it. Yeah. Because see, I think there's a lot of opportunity now. Now that we are the pace setters of some of these things in Africa, I think the best time for us to really tap into some of these things. Yeah.
Correct. Definitely now, when we look and they push further, definitely you are going to get money, John. Definitely. How much? I can't say. I don't want to be promising people, because there are 100 people lining up. You promise this one, this one, this one, then tomorrow they say, hey, you promised me money. But if all these 100, they don't do anything now,
Me,
do we do?
see, naturally, if you can study me, I'm not money driven. Oh, it's just I just need money to sustain things. That is all. If I have my way out, if I have my means, I don't call for anybody's support. You get me?
Yes,
Aha. That's one thing about me. I'm somebody who is goal oriented. Yeah, you are going out there. Okay.
Someone's passport that I had to give to them.
Okay.
It was with Prince, but then that should bring it. So
Okay.
I'm there. So, but then how will you live it?
I have my key. I think it's in the car also.
The keys in the car.
Yeah.
So I should take this one.
Okay. If you want to leave this one down, no problem. I'll bring you back soon.
But I called the person. He said there's traffic, so I don't know.
Okay.
But
I'll leave here. I'll leave the office by 8.
By 8.
Yeah.
I pray that I'll be able to come into that time.
No problem. But if I'm going, I can put somewhere.
Please, sure.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, Ben.
Yes, I can hear what you are saying.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I really don't want to grow alone. I want to grow with people. Like even if I'm no more, like people can. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be with people. Like I don't want to give up on people. Like that's me. I want to build a community. That is me. So things that doesn't make me grow with people or move me with a community, I cut them off. And that's what I do all these years again. The only thing I'm having, the only challenge I'm having currently is I have a lot of things I can push, which I know if I were to get money, I would have pushed a lot of things, will be more faster than the way it is. But because in our African setting, most of things doesn't drive because they give up on you because they realize you may not be they may not be financially buoyant to move things. Do you get it? So things that you could do very fast, you realize that it's very slow. By the time you get to the main idea, somebody has snatched that idea away from you.
I really agree with you there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Somebody has snatched that idea from you because the person is financially sound, financially stable. But you will have to see all the hard works you have put in, all these things. And Africa is one place that they can steal idea, but they'll never support you financially with it.
On Cardano, everything is open source. I didn't even understand this open source until now. Open source means you don't need to come to me to say, I need that app. It is there on GitHub. What you need to have the skill or the developers with the skill. Say, all right, can you take that app, change it, add this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is why Cardano is pushing all people who are funded to do open source. Because if it's closed the source, then it's a different game altogether.
Like
but open source.
You see what you are showing to me on the platform right now.
Yes.
Right now, I needed a developer. I don't have the money to finance that. I need a developer to do the property mapping for me, because I wanted to use the Google Earth, and because you and I have shared ideas all these years, so I'm just sharing with you.
Yes.
I want to do it in Ghana over here and scale it up in different part of Africa and also the world globally. Okay, so I want to use the Google Earth to make landlords or property owners, people to locate the properties with the Google Earth. Okay, so that, for instance, if let's say, maybe let's say I come to Joburg and I'm looking for accommodation in Joburg, I shouldn't be searching so much looking for places in Joburg. The Google Earth should be able to tell me that in this area of Southampton or this area like this, there's enough vacant rooms or apartments in this area.
Yes.
That technology should be able to tell me that this landlord A, landlord B, this house area identity of this, there's an accommodation in this house. Okay. It has solved the problem of people
searching so much for accommodation and the
Yes.
standard being get.
Do you know, John, what you are saying? That problem is existing here a lot. If you come here and I show you and say, let's go there to the shops or the mall, you are going to see the whole wall full of papers. People searching for accommodation, and those that have accommodation, they paste their rooms there. But this thing can be done with an app.
Ben, how do we do this? You are the IT person. I have the idea. How do we do this?
Telling
This
you. I every day I look at it now. When people are looking for accommodation end of the month, they have to relocate or whatever. They go to the mall. There is a wall like this. It will be pasted from this to the. I will take a picture and show you. You are going to be surprised to say, "Wow, why don't we use an app?"
It's a problem in the US, problem in Australia, it's a problem in the UK, it's a problem in Africa, it's a problem in New Zealand, South Africa, it's a problem in China, it's a problem thing
everywhere
in the world.
The only thing what you need to get all landlords first into your site, because they must put their rooms, their whatever on the app.
Yes, you need
we need to advertise nationally every day. Advertise. People get used to it.
Yes, what I want to do here is, that's why I'm happy that my party is coming to power. I want to use the government to establish this app. You remember that when we were doing the food app, I told you that we wanted to use the Google Earth to zone where the students are on different university campuses.
Yes.
It's the same idea I'm rehearsing. That time we're doing that thing, Uber foods were not there. How do you call it? All these app foods were not there. The time we're doing those things,
yes,
technology was not so much advanced. Technology came in after COVID, more advanced form. So, what I was trying to solve, the problem I was trying to solve is the scarcity of people, because agent takes a lot of money from people, young graduates, people want to relocate. One agent to go and show you a house, you don't even like the house, and you have to search for another house someone can take more than 2 months to look for a house. How? That's time wasting.
That is true. You said one thing that is true. You need to have some finance, because if you get developers to do that, they will need to be paid.
Yes.
So what you need to do, you need to have a research first. Because sometimes what I have realized, people are very hard in changing habits.
Yes.
It can take almost 4 years to change people's habits.
Yes.
But you don't need to give up if you have got money.
No.
Yes.
No. That is why I was talking about the money thing. Do you get it? If you see the difference between some people and us, it's not about they are clever, they are intelligent, they are smart. They are having the resources.
Yes.
Resources that can maintain an app for let's say a 5 years. If you are even if you are losing or you are bankrupt, you can be able to
survive 3-4 years. But that is exactly why overseas people are funded by the government.
Yes, that's why the reason why Uber and other places, they are doing well. Today, look at the money that Uber is generating for San Francisco in the US, globally. And is using they are sending to their headquarters in the US over there. That is a lot of money.
That's very true. Very, 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 very true. That's
So America is not great just because they invest into ideas.
You get it? And I'm telling you, what I was
yeah.
the idea I'm discussing with you, the idea I'm discussing with you can bring in not less than what? Not less than 40 million, $40 billion in a space of what? A space of 3 years. Because everybody sleeps in a home or a house.
Yes.
And averagely, the world population, people shift, migrate. Averagely, 30, 40, 50% of people migrate and shift annually from their various locations. So imagine,
Correct. Correct. I get you.
I believe technology can solve so many problems in the world, in Africa. Now government will be able to what? To directly tax property owners because they are now on an app. They are now on a website. They are now regulated. Government can see who owns this property, who doesn't own this property. Clients can rate property owners.
That is
Yes.
another very important point. That people who are owning shares here, how do they pay tax? So we need to bring in the taxmen in.
Yes.
Now,
Government will always be interested in.
remember now, when somebody makes profit here, if we bring in the taxman and then we mint what you call it is we write a smart contract that when anyone here makes profit, let's say of 5%, 1% goes to the taxman.
Yeah.
As long as that profit is above the taxable amount. Then when it is on the, it is decentralized. So the taxman's money will go straight to the tax office
Yeah.
with your wallet account. When they knock at your door, are you paying tax? You just ask them, are you mad?
Mm.
If I
Yeah.
make tax, make profit, the app automatically sends money to you. Here is my wallet address. Go and check. They will find you tax compliant. You know,
Like,
technology can solve a lot of these problems.
oh yeah. Like for instance, in Ghana right now, we call something betting tax. Everybody who bets, who bets in Ghana, if you win, there's the 10% that government takes from you directly.
You see now.
And the app deduct that money before you yourself you are even withdrawing the money
Yeah,
from them.
yeah. Before you even withdraw it, and it's already on the other side.
Yeah.
Which is an advantage for the government.
Yes.
You know, this automation, it's happening in a lot of countries. But the
Yeah.
technology used today is that technology where somebody can go and change figures and steal money. With the
Mm-hmm.
blockchain, you cannot do that.
It's solving.
That is
Yes.
where blockchain shines. What
Yeah.
I'm doing here, everything here, I can't change.
Yeah.
That's the one advantage that I have. What I'm doing here, I cannot change.
Mm.
Yes. So, and that is the advantage of this. It has got its flaws. That is why you see the bank here in South Africa, the banks, the government, and the crypto industry are working together to understand each other. Because the
Yeah.
government is saying, I cannot tax a technology I don't know. But at the same time, I cannot allow you to operate because
Without
wild.
taxing.
It's a wild west or whatever. So that is
Yeah.
where a win-win situation in South Africa has come where now you get a crypto certificates and licenses. And it's
Yeah.
only for trading companies at the moment, not anyone else. Anyone
Mm.
else like myself, my bank account, I'm taxed. So my bank account, when it comes to the financial year, I submit the whole financial statement to the accountant, and then they do the tax. Then they check whether the taxman owes me or I owe them the balance, whatever. But I need every year to prove that I'm tax compliant. So with tax compliant, then at the same time, me as Bernard, if I'm having an income, I need to be tax compliant as an individual. Get my point? So all these things are things that need to balance now. The technology, the taxman, and the government. Same with Ghana. We are going to do the same with Ghana. You see, let me tell you one thing. Unless things don't go the way we plan it, because remember, talking is one thing. When we get into start, you might find the game is all different. It's all a difficult game. But then I'm ready for it. We are going to see what is possible, and then we move to what is possible. Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks. I think we have had a fruitful discussion. We have also seen.
I'm so happy. You see, my technology today is better. It's performing better than all along. I'm removing a lot of bugs. You see,
And I can see now. I can see that now your interfaces are very crystal clear. I think
you know,
your
John, you know this technology thing. I live it technology. At the end of the month, I don't get any salary. So when I work, like now, you see, I'm busy refining this. The day I find one customer, we are talking about millions. Millions. Once we get one customer, I already got one in Botswana for farmers token. I got this farmers token. This lady asked me to do Cardano tokenization with farmers. I'll show you. You'll see farmer token. It's called what? Farmers token. There it is. You see, there is the plasma token. There it is. This one. You see.
this the interface.
The token there is, but what they want here now is the smart contract. You see, now I've got this smart contract running for the property industry. You can use it in Ghana there, but they want this smart contract for the farmers in Botswana. Now, I'm going to tell that lady that now it's possible. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one, tune it into this farmer's token, and then go to this lady and say, let's play around with this demo. And then we start playing around. The moment she is happy, she said we must do partnerships, MOU, 50-50. She will do the selling, everything. I do the development, everything, 50-50. The problem, if she doesn't market, I told her, if you don't market, then this app is not going to work because I'm not a farmer. You are a farmer. You have got a big farms in Botswana. But I'm telling you, she said to me, as long as you do it according to this paper here. You see, these Ankole bulls. Look at this. Do you see? This is very exciting. John, I'm telling you, this is very exciting. What do you see here? I am owning property. See, I buy 30 Rand share on this Ankole. The same way I showed you on the houses, I buy tokens. Here, you are tokenizing the Ankole. You see these different bulls, very expensive in Botswana. To buy one, you need $10,500. But you sell it in pieces, shares for this one here. You only pay $80.99. I buy 10. I pay $800. Then I owe. When this bull, after 3 years, normally these bulls after 3 years, they're almost $20,000. Then you have got your times 2 this money. It's passive income. This lady is a brilliant lady. Let me show you this lady so that you see her. She is the CEO of this company called Satoshi. Let me show you. You see the actual lady. I think you can do something similar to this. I'm pretty sure with the property. I don't know what you are planning, what you are doing there, but get time, come and tell me and show me. Right, let me show you this lady here. I took a picture with her. This one. If you look at here on my desktop, on my left, there is a white lady, Sonia. She's the one who owns this whole show conference. And then on my right, we've got Ala. She's the CEO of Satoshi in Botswana. She is the one who needs this smart contract on Cardano for doing exactly this. And I'm so excited. You know why I'm so excited? Because already on the property side, it's working. It's working, John. It's a matter of changing pictures, putting cows, and then changing dollars, putting ADA there, and then minting token for each cow with the details of the cow. From birth, as it grows up, they'll be minting chicken. What fed, what food was there, and then its weight, what diseases did it face. You'll be minting tokens in its growth up until it's an adult. Then you know that gives that bull value. Not these database things where people go and change and fake, and then they tell you you're buying whatever type of beef when they are lying. You can't prove it, what they are saying. That is why this lady was so passionate about this thing. Farmers token. All right, John. Thanks a lot. Yo, it's exciting. Right. Let me tell you the farmers token.